Study buddy of knowledge drive, the revolution in learning. Invention of the wheel in 2500 BC revolutionized everything in the world. Transportation, mobilization made to be quicker, creations were made to be smoother. Don't go that far. Totaling the receipt day book in quick time was a specialized function way back and even until the mid-60s. Then came the calculator and made all of us good as any to do the work once retained through a set of skilled personnel. Study buddy, the latest innovation in learning, computer-aided methodology will make your child to be as good as any and be placed among the best. As parents, wouldn't these be the concerns one may have in their child's education? Quality teaching and material, how to access it, your time management, in making both these ends meet, and very importantly, cost effectiveness. As teachers, you all know quite well that the comprehension levels of children vary significantly. And the biggest challenge hence is to address these tasks in a given time and test the knowledge gained at a stages of relevance in an interesting manner to the student. Students, this product will make any one of you obtain an A grade. How many times have you experienced missing the lesson while being on a class because you did not concentrate, not in the proper mood, or being tired, or not even attending the class at all due to other commitments? Haven't you wished someone was there to be explained the lesson to you when you were geared best to receive? Don't you wish how productive it could be if it is delivered at the most convenient place and at the most convenient time? Our product resolves all the above concerns comprehensively. It comes in a compact 8 GB USB pen drive with content of exceptional quality. Techniques of listening, viewing, reading and writing harmoniously integrated provides hitherto an unknown learning experience. Contents are strictly in accordance with the curriculum and our panel of teachers is extremely experienced with a total number of over 200 years of teaching experience amongst them. We cover the entire syllabus section to section. Specific points to remember are highlighted. You could take down all your notes under each topic and keep on updating as you wish with the ability to obtain printouts of your own notes. At the end of a section, summarized points are provided for your ease of reference. Unique presentation makes the student remember the lesson instantly. Yet again, the level of knowledge and the retention is tested after each lesson. Through innovative games, terminology is made to remember through interactive activities, model papers with answers. Furthermore, in the case of need, online support is also available through toll-free numbers and subject-specific web forums. Our subject-specific modulators will post threads of questions for students to take part in solving, and based on the standard of answers, the modulator interferes with needed assistance. Our supplementary learning material comes in a tamper-proof, copy-protected USB pen drive. As all material, as well the notes, reside in the pen drive, a specific computer is not needed. Entry to the system is with password authenticity. Once through, the user-friendly interface, which interacts with the student and the learning material, is loaded on to the computer. The syllabus is loaded and shows in the form of contents which can be expanded or collapsed based on the need. Once the lesson and the topic is selected, relevant learning material will be loaded in to the viewing area. As the contents are played through a player, the student can replay, stop, and restart from a point of need. The notes can be maintained while the material is being viewed, but if wishes to see the contents in full screen, it is possible with a simple touch.
Most of the internal cavities in the human body.
The notes can be corrected by extending notes area onto the full screen. These notes are maintained topic-wise and can be printed when needed. Let us now take you through areas of mathematics, biology, human bio and physics subjects in brief, highlighting the functions and features briefly for you to get a good understanding of Study Buddy.
A quote from the foremost scientist in artificial intelligence, Marvin Lee Minsky.
You don't understand anything until you learn it more than one way.
Pathogens. You would have come across this word a few times during the previous lesson. But what does the word pathogen really mean? A pathogen is a microorganism which causes infectious diseases. The Protoxis plasmodium is the pathogen that causes the disease malaria. Pathogens may harm cells directly by living inside them and feeding on them. They may also produce toxins that spread around the body, causing severe harm to cells further away. Pathogenic organisms may include certain bacteria, fungi, viruses, and protozoa. Here are some other examples of pathogens that we come across earlier in this lesson. The bacterium pneumococcus is the pathogen that causes the disease pneumonia. The virus HIV is the pathogen that causes AIDS.
Living organisms have the ability to detect changes in their internal or external environment and react to them. The fourth basic characteristic of life is sensitivity. Almost all living things respond to stimuli. Plants have a tendency to grow toward light.
Bone tissue. The human skeleton is mostly built up of bone tissue, which in turn makes bones. Bone tissue consists of bone cells embedded in a solid matrix. Calcium salts form the inorganic component of the matrix, while collagen fibers form the organic component. Bone is a hard but brittle tissue. Bones provide sites of attachment for muscles, which are essential for movement and locomotion. Because bones act as levers, the hard nature of bones make it ideal for protection of delicate organs. The skull, which protects the brain, the vertebra, which protect the spinal cord, and the rib cage, which protects the lungs and heart.
A quote from the foremost scientist in artificial intelligence, Marvin Lee Minsky.
You don't understand anything until you learn it more than one way.
Symmetry is when one shape becomes exactly like another if you flip or rotate it. We will be concentrating on two aspects of symmetry: line symmetry and rotational symmetry. Let's look at the things or objects that are around us. Observe the things around you. Some of the objects you see are stationary and some are moving. You will notice that the movement patterns of the objects are different. Let's have a closer look again at the same scenario and try to identify the types of motion, shall we? The fan shows a rotating motion. The motion of the pendulum bob of the clock is called oscillation. The motion of planets around the sun is referred to as revolution. A car moving, a bird flying, or an athlete running along a straight track show linear motion.
A quote from the foremost scientist in artificial intelligence, Marvin Lee Minsky.
You don't understand anything until you learn it more than one way.
Games to remember the lessons. Examination questions with elaborated answers. Glossary and vocabulary to retain terminology in memory. Summaries after section to know you have gone through it all. Study Buddy, comprehensive pack of your own knowledge, helps you to get straight A's.